Do you know why? Because she was dancing. Okay?
For real?
Yes. And this is as I look to I see the countdown cover down. I'm like, all right, got my thing. I just see Jazz like.
There's an 80.
I thought we had long.
30 seconds.
She was dancing and eating. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. You know, I forget that holidays exist. They still exist.
That's my fault. We can't hear it so loud.
We hear. Happy Monday, May 30th. Welcome to the PartyChat podcast. Today we have a few things. It's a lighter show today. We're not going to do a full deep dive into the two shows that are on the thumbnail, but we are going to do initial thoughts. But we do have a couple other things that we're going to talk about today. But before we do, I do want to welcome our guest, Sway.
Hey, how's it going?
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming through. If you don't mind, introing and telling people, your name and what you do.
My name is Joshua Swaby. I'm a freelancer. I do cover art for Marvel and DC Comics and a few other things. So, yeah.
Yes, and I'm super excited. We're going to cover some news things, and then we're going to talk to him and ask him some questions later on. So if you do have any questions that you want to send in when we get to that part, think of them now, and then later you can put them in the chat, and we can ask Sway your questions. So starting off with, before we start in the news, how are you guys doing? Check-ins. How y'all doing?
Bored,
mostly, yeah.
Bored. Not of you guys, of course. Not of you guys. Just everything is getting next year.
No, I just been chilling.
Yeah, I feel like it's not much to watch, not much to play. And if it is something good to play, I've already played it. It's feel bored. And then the stuff that I'm looking forward to is being delayed. So it's I'm just waiting.
Just existing.
For stuff.
Here.
What a outlook, just existing. Just here. Living. What about you, Sway? How are you doing? How's your weekend?
It's same old for me. Just been really busy and also tired and stuff. So I have a lot of things to do. So
yeah, I'm tired too. I get you. So starting off with our news, because it's before we do the news, hey, we hit 5K. We hit 5K on the PartyChat podcast channel.
About damn time.
Right? In all honesty, we don't really push hey, don't forget the sub notification, hit the we don't really do that on the PartyChat podcast channel. We do that on our own respective channels. But shout out to everybody who's subscribed.
We do it on mine.
No, but so since we hit 5K, like we said, we will be opening up memberships. That's going to be happening. We're going to be getting emotes within the next couple of weeks. Once we get those emotes in, then we'll open up the 2 tiers of memberships, and I'm excited for you guys to be a part of it. Shout out to J-Dog and the mods that have been running the Discord and kind of setting that up for the welcome for everybody. So when that's set up, we will let you know, and I'm super excited for what we will do together. All right. So next thing, Summer Games Fest, right? It's going to be, hold on, where's my images? Boom. Summer Games Fest. It's going to be released in IMAX. Did you guys know that? It's going to be released in IMAX.
What's Summer Games Fest?
Summer Games Fest is Jeff Keighley, the one who does the video game awards. He started the Summer Games Fest, I think 2 years ago. I think it started during the pandemic, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. I never even heard of that. And then
it's kind of like another E3, if it's just the showcases, but all the showcases in one, so to speak, versus Xbox, PlayStation. It wasn't all broken up. It was just everything all together, trailers, celebrity guests, stuff like that. Yeah. And this year, as you guys know, E3 is canceled. So Summer Games Fest and then the individual showcases from each of the different consoles or developers, because Ubisoft normally has their own thing, EA has their own thing normally, Nintendo has their own thing. So Summer Games Fest is the only one that I know of now that'll be happening this year that is just for gaming in general, not based on console or developer. So That's going to be live on June 9th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can get your tickets for IMAX now. I think it originally released May 12th. So you can get your tickets now to still watch it in IMAX in the theaters or watch it for free anywhere or co-stream it if you're a streamer anywhere on June 9th at 2. That's next week. That is next Thursday.
GDQ is also in June.
Really?
Is that
You said GDQ?
Games Done Quick is like people like who's competitive speed run and shit.
Yeah, I was just about to ask what is that,
June,
but okay.
June 26th to July 3rd.
I used to watch Tri-Hicks on there a lot.
I think I've seen some of the clips from GDQ, like where you see everybody and there's one person playing and everybody's just sitting there waiting, and then they like cheer when the person
beat the game in like minutes. Like, man, it'd be so fire. I love watching Tri-Hicks.
Yeah, so what Charlie's talking about, that will be coming out, or that is going to be going on June 26th to July 3rd. But if you want to, decide on whether you want to take Summer Games on a small screen or a big screen, would you guys go to the theaters to see Summer Games Fest?
No, not really.
No.
I would say just out of boredom.
I feel like it would be, if I wasn't a streamer, I think I would. Well, you know what? I got to look at the prices. Though. What's the price of the ticket though? What's the IMAX ticket going for?
Yeah, if it's like $30, I'm like, no.
No,
it's just like a Game Award show.
No, it's like a presentation.
Showcase.
Showcase, yeah.
Oh, for like new games? Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay to watch it, but I will watch it.
If it's like $10, I would do it. $10, I would do it because if you're sitting in the IMAX theater, you got the big screen and the surround sound dish like thing, and I know people could do it at home, right? But like being at the theater doing that,
I don't like going to the theater and get disappointed. So like, what if it's a game I have no interest in? I don't want to be in the theater all bored. Like I don't know. That's
that would
go to sleep.
Game. Like,
that would be an excuse for us to eat their food, though.
That's what I said. I order some food and go to sleep.
No,
shit like $30.
I'm gonna go for that. I'm saying like our movie theater got the nice like fries.
Oh, you smell like mozzarella sticks and all that other stuff. Yeah, that is an excuse.
So for you guys, it would be the opposite. Like you go there to eat the food, and you're just like, "Here, I'll watch this IMAX showcase."
That's the main reason I get excited for movies because I get to get a slushie and like pretzel bites and stuff because I like food.
I haven't had slushie in so long. I need to try that again. I'd be running running and get my popcorn because you can order. How I told you guys at my theater, you can order your food on the app and they have it ready, and you just come in, get your food, and just go.
Efficient.
So,
and all you get is popcorn.
When I get popcorn and chocolate.
And a lot of stuff.
You just said all that fancy stuff, and then you like, popcorn and chocolate is all I get.
Because my husband watches this. Okay, Jazz, my husband watches this. Popcorn.
She's about to tell you what she really ordered. She's about to bring her receipt.
Okay. Right? He don't ask for the receipt. What he don't know, he don't know. Okay, and so
you gonna bust through the door. What I know is
whenever y'all say that, he does bust in the door. So hopefully he ain't listening or watching right now. Hopefully he's busy with the toddler. I hear him talking right now on the other side of the wall. So we'll see what's gonna happen.
Hold on, my camera tripping.
But yes, we are going to talk about summer events that are going to be coming up. And then hold on while he fixes that. Summer events that'll be coming up in a second, but kind of talking about something else that happened over the weekend was Star Wars Celebration. Now, they have this every year. Did they have one? Yeah, I think they might have had one last year. I believe so. But it's an event where they talk about everything Star Wars, everything that's related to Star Wars. And they had like a whole bunch of announcements that came out over the weekend because it was literally this past weekend in Anaheim. I think one time they had it in Orlando and I was like, I missed it. So if they ever have it in Orlando again, I'd love to go. Or maybe I'll prepare for next year to go to Anaheim. But there are so many things, so many trailers, kind of going through the IGN's website of events. The Star Wars Andor trailer released, and that's with, if you ever saw Rogue One, Cassian Andor, who was the guy that was helping the main girl in the movie, essentially, to get the plans for the Death Star. He has a show, which I didn't even realize. So he's got 12 episode that'll be releasing this year, August 31st, on Disney Plus. And they already have the first season is ready, and they're going to be working on the second season. It's already in the works for the second season. So maybe they're already like, man, this is going to be great. We're going to just start with our second season.
Mhm.
I always go in
no.
with these Disney Plus things like with the I open mind, but it'd be like, man, like they really making like Disney Plus like shows for the side character, cat, and on. I'd be like,
Animals.
right. Find out what Darth Vader's pet snail was doing during the event on Disney Plus. Like, I'd be like, yo, there's a lot to keep up with, bro.
There is a lot. There's a lot. So they talked about a lot of the stuff with Andor, which I'm just going to scroll through some of that because it's a lot. I mean, the show, if you want to see the show, you can. It's going to come out in August. But I do kind of feel, I do mirror that sentiment. Like everybody's got a show, everybody's got a thing. Although there is like a slew, like it's such a rich property that you can make things everywhere because like you have comics from, you know, different time zones or time frames in the ethos of Star Wars, and Disney Plus needs content.
Yeah, it does. I get it. I get that. I know what it is. But I'm like, man, slow it down. Damn, I'm just watching Obi-Wan.
That is true. And then they just released a trailer for Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which is the sequel to Fallen Order.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait for that.
I can't wait.
Me neither. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
And this game is set to release in 2023.
Of course.
Of course it is. Everything is that damn year.
Yeah, that's how it be. Like the year before is kind of like spotty. And then next year, it's just going to have a lot of games where we're going to be like, I can't keep up. That's how we felt like earlier this year. We're like, this came out and this came out. Because like April, March, a lot of games were coming
we are
out
getting some good games like
at the same time. Yeah. So that's going to be coming out in 2023. So far, it just says that it's going to follow Cal and his mission to escape the Empire and those looking to hunt him and the remaining Jedi that exist. This one, because this is not right after Order 66, which is episode 3, but it's in that time frame.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Then we have Ahsoka first look teases Star Wars Rebels, Ezra, Sabine, Hera, like characters. I'm not going to name all them, but like I didn't really watch Star Wars Rebels. I'm not going to lie. I started the first episode, but I was like really hoping it was going to be like Clone Wars, the show, and it wasn't. So I just kind of like, I didn't really follow it. But there is going to be a show called Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
How many shows they got?
A lot, bro. A lot, bro. That's what I was just saying. There's a lot, bro. Star Wars is a whole lot.
I'm a Star Wars fan. I had hella shit to watch.
Right? they are loading people up.
Foot showed in some movie. They gonna show side origin of that person.
That is not a lie. In episode 1, there's a chick that you see during the races that is standing on a hill. And when Star Wars Clone Wars came out, because she had like a run of comics after that, like fans went crazy. She had a run of comics, and in Star Wars Clone Wars, she played a mercenary, a bounty hunter that was with the not baby Boba Fett. What was it? Child Boba Fett? Young Boba Fett? The kid Boba Fett.
Yeah.
But that's like what you say is really legit a truth. Like you see a part of a character and they have their own arc and their own story. But Jude Law is going to be starring in this skeleton crew that's going to be airing in 2023. It's created by Spider-Man No Way Home's John Watts and Christopher Ford. So maybe it might be good. No. Okay. It says Star Wars Skeleton Crew will follow a group of 10-year-old kids from a small planet who get lost in the galaxy far, far away and are trying to find their way home. I'm out now.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to see these runaways.
You had me with Jude Law. Then you said we're going to follow a bunch of 10-year-olds. I'm like, I'm out. If I hear something good, then I'm out. Oh, him? I don't think he's following them. You know what? Maybe he is.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Maybe he's come to destroy.
Oh,
them.
no, you mean like just like the show itself is centered around these kids, not like literally like following. Okay, I thought you meant like he's like, literally, like following these kids. Like, what
no, he had the daddy ears on. He's like, "What'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say? He's gonna steal? You better not be in that toilet." So Mandalorian season 3 is coming out 2023. They had some season 3 footage that they released. If you really like the show, Star Wars Bad Batch is getting a season 2.
They need to change how that logo looks because it keep reading to me. I would think bad. Like, every time I see it, I think bad bitch. Star Wars bad bitch. That's what I think every time.
Me too. I was like, yo, it said bad batch.
They need to. They could be like batch of baddies or something. Right?
But I feel like it's the same thing. Batch of baddies.
At least batch of baddies. I'd read it as batch because every time I keep looking at it, I see bad bitch every time.
Batch of baddies makes me think that this would be like a PH parody of Star Wars, you know, like on the hub. The batch of Star Wars, batch of baddies.
There's a lot of parodies on there.
Are there like Star Wars ones?
I ain't talking about this.
So then that's a yes. That's a yes. Star Wars Visions, which was the anime series that they had, that's going to be coming back with volume 2 returning in 2023. So next year for Star Wars fans, next year is your year. Okay,
right?
Your year. Then just kind of going, wait, what? They're going to be making a Palpatine prequel series.
They're making a Palpatine prequel series?
No. Sorry, it would. Somebody said it would be interesting if they were making a Palpatine prequel series.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. That'd be fire. That'd be pretty fire.
Right now, it's not. So far from what I'm reading, it says that it potentially starring Tom Hiddleston, and they're saying would be interesting. As what? Tom Hiddleston as Palpatine?
Hell no.
Tom Hiddleston?
Tom Hiddleston. Loki?
Loki. Hell nah. No. Palpatine not supposed to be attractive. He's not. Not with that voice. I'm here. Jedi. What the hell? No.
Like, that's not.
The dark side. I can't. No, bro. No.
Right now it's rumors.
No, please.
No, please.
Maybe it should stay as rumors. So it's talking about Star Wars. I'm trying to keep up with the exact name of everything. Fallen Order.
Star Wars got hella stuff.
They have so much stuff. The BD-1, his droid, their Lego is releasing a version of him that's at pre-order. BD-1, right? That's the name of it. BD.
Oh, he a BD? I'm dumb.
I want to ask questions, but also I don't want to ask questions.
Don't ask the questions. It's okay.
Okay, so Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation is set to arrive on Disney Plus on August 5th. It's a I don't know
Star Wars data in Hollywood. Charlie gonna have a Star Wars data sim. They got so much Star Wars in Hollywood.
They do.
Star Wars episode. You dating Palpatine? He said, "How are you doing today, bro? Come on over to the dark side." Like what?
I told myself I'm chilling today, dog. I'm chilling.
How much?
I ain't doing this with y'all today.
Star Wars.
Where'd Jazz go? She got bored.
She like disappeared for a second.
No, my tooth was bleeding.
Star Wars made the Force. The Force is.
I smiled one time. I saw all red right here. I was like,
"Oh shit!" Star Wars Dennis. They gonna have a Star Wars Dennis.
How your tooth itch? I think my tooth itching.
Oh my goodness!
Good God.
Oh, they have an Indiana Jones 5, and that was released also during the Star Wars Celebration. I didn't know they were still.
They just throwing random stuff at this point. Well, what does Indiana Jones had to do with Star Wars? Here, just
I get Lucas was at the was because Lucas and Spielberg created Indiana Jones, so
I get it, but like it's not Star Wars.
It's not. Also, they did mention Willow.
Willow Smith.
No, not Willow.
Oh, I'm like, she is Star Wars too. I'm like, damn, bro.
She could play what's Samuel Jackson's character name again?
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu. She could probably play like Mace Windu's daughter or a female clone of Mace Windu. Sorry, Willow Smith.
Oh my God. Oh man. So what is this Willow about? Sorry.
Willow, I think this is a show because there was originally a movie that came out, I want to say 80s. Yeah, the 80s, starring Val Kilmer and Warwick Davis. And Warwick Davis, he's a famous little person.
It came out in the 80s?
Yeah, it came out in the 80s. 88, actually, the year I was born. That's the year I was born. And so it's, I guess they're getting, I don't remember if it's a show or a movie, but they have a trailer coming out for the new Willow series, that's going to be coming out later this year. And then there's a bunch of other stuff like for, comics and things like that and panels and things like that they had. But
I can still hear you. You good. Keep going.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. If you are a Star Wars fan, like I said, there's a lot of content coming for you. And I'll say us because I am a Star Wars fan. Some of this, though, I'm not going to be honest. Like Andor, I'd have to see the trailer to see if it'll catch me to want to watch it. The one with the following the kids, I'm not really with that. Bad Batch, I wasn't a fan of the first season, really. Like only some parts of the first season. I didn't really follow it. I didn't stay with it because I definitely fell out of that show as well. So if there are certain things that you are a fan of, you have it available to you within this year and next year. All right. Next thing. Okay. This thing I thought was a joke when it was originally announced. Okay. But there's going to be a Winnie the Pooh horror film, right? I thought it was a joke. And I think I was talking. Yeah, I was talking with
Yeah, he looked.
I think that would be fire. You know,
I hope it's good, man. I thought it was a joke when I saw it too.
Like, what if he come up to you and he kill you because you ain't got no honey? Like,
but because all the backstories to like the actual characters, like the creepypasta version, like all those characters are legit fucked up. But not like for real, but not like people make up those little dark backstories.
Like what they're based off of.
Yeah, like, I was like, this shit gonna be
it's like
good
if
like they go off of that.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, bro.
Tigger is based off
sociopath, suicide, all of that, man. I was
like, it's a whole bunch of stuff.
So for this one, Winnie the Pooh, and this is based off of GameRant.com's article, but the title of the movie, it's an indie horror film that's titled Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Like honey pack.
So it does, star the iconic characters from Winnie the Pooh, but the subject, because the director, the director who wrote and produced this movie, Frake Waterfield. No, what's his first name? Reese Frake Waterfield. I lost his name. Money. Yeah, Reese Frake Waterfield is his name, and he said that essentially, Pooh and Piglet are the central villains going on a demonic rampage after being deserted by Christopher Robin. His quote is that Christopher Robin is pulled away from them and he's not giving them food. It's made Pooh and Piglet's life quite difficult. Because they've had to fend for themselves so much, they've essentially become feral. So they've gone back to their animal roots. They're no longer tame. They're like a vicious bear and pig who want to go around and try and find prey. So
Piglet. I can't see Piglet.
That's why I'm laughing.
I was with you until the Piglet part. I was like, what the hell is Piglet about to do?
I want to see how the kids.
No, but here, I'm going to show you what he looks like. I'm going to show you what Piglet looks like.
Please show me what Piglet looks like.
They all look creepy as shit.
Yeah. You're going to see. I'm going to show you my screen right now so you can see. Because Piglet.
I just want to see the kills.
Right here. Look. No, look at this. This is Piglet.
What is that? 140.
What the hell? That is not Piglet.
That's Piglet.
Nah, that look good too. The sadness. I'm watching that tonight.
A piglet. That's a pig. That's a hog.
That's a hog. He looked like when I was a young warthog. That's how I feel when I see him.
How is
right there?
Piglet? He's not even small.
That's Piglet, and then you see Pooh right there.
I just want some honey.
I hope the kills are not cheesy, man, because they look so good. What is this RPG Zelda? What is it? Oh.
We're gonna see. Oh, it's an ad. This site. They got to make their monies. Make your monies.
Some of them ads on the side,
right? Like a lot. Like hello.
Maybe not, but someone be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you need. They cover everything. You need DirecTV. You want diapers. You need Discover.
Right. Everything, boy.
Everything. Ads for the whole family. But yes. They said the film tiptoes between the line between comedy and horror, so that's essentially where it's going to be. But we'll see. It is an indie
comedy, Charlie. You know it's gonna be comedy.
Indie film.
Because the way they looked so freaking messed up, I was like, man, I hope this movie I hope the movie is messed up. Like, oh, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be. You can have like visceral.
That's what I hope.
Horror with comedy. It's been done. I'm nervous because I love Winnie the Pooh, and I'm just really nervous for what's going to happen in this.
I never really got into Winnie the Pooh.
I'm just laughing at one of the comments. He said this little piggy went to the gym.
This little piggy's gonna make you cry. Wee.
And I guarantee he gonna use that in the movie some kind of way. Watch. I guarantee it.
Definitely 100%.
As he's killing someone. Watch.
He has to. So I want to ask you guys, what are your thoughts about this Winnie the Pooh? Are you going to see it in theaters? If it's released in theaters, because it says indie, so I don't know.
I'm not watching streaming.
This is straight.
I know it's going straight to streaming.
Straight to VHS.
Yeah, I'm watching this shit too.
In the plastic cover, the one that you had to like open up like this. I remember those.
Straight in there.
We ain't never used to get movies.
What about streaming service? Would you guys? Are you guys going to see this movie? Are you guys?
I'm watching it.
I'm gonna check it out. Gotta check it out, bro, just to see what happens. Because it's a public domain, and that's how they was able to make Winnie the Pooh.
You said this what?
Public domain, Winnie the Pooh. I think it entered public domain this year or last year.
I was gonna say, how did they get this in licensing? I was like, I'm surprised Disney would license this.
But... Yeah, it's in public domain. That's why.
Okay. Sway, you said you're not gonna see it?
No.
I'm Gucci.
That's not my cup of tea.
Jazz, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I think I read something about like Disney's trademark or like Mickey Mouse or something was going up for, well, not going up, but it was about to run out, like for their, I guess, trademark. Like the time was about to run out, and I was telling Dwayne that I was gonna find out exactly when, so I could buy it, so they could buy it back from me. And then
good luck.
Like $1 million.
Right.
Well, I'm mad you just told everybody that. You should have told us that off stream, not like let these people.
Disney, I am not involved.
Hey.
Them niggas, boy. Either way it go, real quick. Mickey crazy, y'all know it. No, real quick. I had a question though. So you see that South Park episode? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, real quick. So wait, you said this Winnie the Pooh movie going to Disney?
No, it was under Disney, but the trademark ran out.
Thank goodness. What I'm about to say, boy. There ain't no way, boy.
I was surprised because
this up or they get it.
It might be better because it's not.
No, it won't be better. Stop. Disney do not need to get no horror movies.
No. What I'm saying is because it's not on Disney is why it's probably better.
Yeah, I agree with you right there. I agree.
Yeah. Apparently, people are waiting on Disney to weigh in on their thoughts on it. But I mean,
I'm not gonna say anything. Like it's Winnie the Pooh, man. I'm like.
I know, right? Do anybody even watch Winnie the Pooh?
We're summer vacation. That's what we
I mean, I watched.
Yeah,
I watched the Christopher Robin movie that came out starring
That's because you
Obi-Wan
already
Kenobi.
know about it.
Yeah. Whitney the Pooh, that character is about done. I ain't gonna cap. I
did play it for my daughter and watch it.
Everybody like Tigger better than Winnie.
Tigger was doper.
Yeah,
Tigger was where the party was at.
Yeah,
I can like Eeyore better than Pooh.
Tigger was hella high.
Eeyore is so sad.
Eeyore used to piss me off. That boy was there. Like, boy, you need to smile or some shit. Get your ass away from me.
Poor Eeyore. He would be so sad.
He wasn't high. He was killing my energy all the time. Like,
yeah, Tigger was high energy. He was great.
Tigger, he was high. That boy was.
He was high.
He was bouncing around on his tail.
On his own supply.
That boy.
I
said, okay.
I loved Pooh and Piglet. I was a huge Pooh fan because of how he spoke, and he was just sweet and adorable. But the last question I want to ask you guys about this is, because that's a childhood property, as we know, a very famous childhood property, whether you watched it or not. But what is another childhood property that you would like to see as a horror film, or you think would make a good horror
Muppet
film?
Babies.
Muppet Babies?
Yeah, because everything was in their imagination already anyway, so it was already hella out of there. Like, man, this shit, that would be so good.
That instantly sounded terrifying.
I think Lilo and Stitch would be a funny one. I don't know why. The first one that came
Barney would be crazy.
And then he kill you, fam.
Oh,
mine is
Hana means family, and then he's
mine is
like,
Teletubbies.
hell no.
A lot of people are already really scared of that. Like a lot of people really like that's a real like
have
phobia.
you ever watched Teletubbies?
I've
Have you
watched
ever
it.
watched it?
For real.
Yeah,
That shit's
bro.
creepy
It
for
still
real.
feels like a fever dream anytime I seen it as a kid. So I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like like watching. I'm
Winky,
just like, what
winky.
the heck?
Oh.
I didn't
Ah.
watch Teletubbies for the actual characters. I only watched it because of that damn vacuum that sucked up cookies. Like, that's
Yes,
the
bro.
only thing
That was my
liked.
favorite part.
I
Yeah.
never even watched it. I just used to see it and change it. Like, whoop, this shit coming on.
Yeah,
That damn little water head ass baby in the sky with me onion head ass. I was like, yo, I'm done. This shit over.
So is that a baby?
Winky,
Nah,
winky.
son, why?
Holla.
I read somewhere that what was it? The baby that was the son
In the sun,
she
yeah.
had a baby herself.
Oh, well, that's normal.
So
If
if that's gonna make you feel old, then like that's
Oh, okay, for one of those.
Oh,
I
okay.
was looking like something crazy. I mean, humans can do that. Okay. I thought you were about to say something crazy. I was like, ooh, what? I heard she
He's
turned
like
to a
that.
serial killer, and she was like, oh shit, what the fuck?
That's-
Yeah,
Yeah,
baby.
one of
She
the
had a
Red
child,
Rangers
yeah.
did from Power Rangers.
You said the Red Ranger turned into a serial killer?
Yeah, one of them, not serial killer, but end up like doing some effed up ish, like to like a family on a boat. Like
What
hella
the hell?
crazy. It's a crazy story, man. The way they killed the family, they put it's crazy, dog.
Damn,
Right.
all right.
Yeah,
I want to know more about that, but later.
right. Later. Sway, what about you? What's a childhood property that you think would make a good horror film?
Barney. I think
See,
Barney
I
was
see
Barney.
that too. Yep, I agree.
Barney, yeah.
Barney
That
already
would
been a little
be.
creepy. He was too happy. Like, ain't
What's
nobody
the song?
I love you.
Yes,
You
love me.
Yeah.
I was like with his knife as he's
Mhm.
waddling over to like.
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah.
That's just messed up. That's messed up.
Yeah, that was a good question. I like that. Okay.
Yeah. I'm terrified now, so I'm gonna be thinking about these things if I
You
see
go to
those
sleep,
things.
You know, here, Barney.
I love you.
Give me
You hear
that.
that?
He had a knife behind his back.
You hear that
Yeah.
Goofy.
Oh,
I'll
Goofy,
do
the
it again.
Goofy laugh.
I'll do it again. What they say? And I'll do it again. That nigga was crazy. I said, oh shit.
That would be crazy. That would be messed up. All right. So upcoming summer events. There are a lot of in the next week.
Oh yeah, Freaknik coming up next week.
oh my god.
Next month, I forgot. This nigga tripping, dog. My bad.
Oh
You forget we on this damn camera.
So we have this week on the 2nd, which is what day is that? I'm trying to pull up my calendar really quick. That is on Thursday. This Thursday, there's PlayStation State of Play. It's going to be an update of third party and PSVR 2 games. And mind you, this thing that you guys see, this visual is from the Summer Games Fest website because they had like alerts for upcoming events. Next Thursday is Summer Games Fest that we spoke about. Then the 10th, which is next Friday, Geeked Week begins on the Netflix Geeked Week, where there's going to be a bunch of trailers of upcoming shows and game announcements for Netflix, because, you know, Netflix has been wanting to do more stuff in the gaming realm. There's also on Friday, there's Tribeca Game Spotlight, a showcase featuring exclusive gameplay and creative interviews from Tribeca's official selections. And then on the 12th, Xbox and Bethesda, they're doing a games showcase. It says join Xbox and Bethesda for a look at what's next. So I guess we're going to see some new games, some new announcements and things like that coming up for Xbox and Bethesda. What do you guys hope to see? Like, what announcements do you hope to see?
I hope to see Resident Evil 4 remake.
Again?
Yes, sir. Again.
I know my dumb ass gonna buy it again too.
That was like on VR, right? That's
No,
when
like
they
an
did it.
actual remake, not a remaster, like the whole thing remade with 2022 graphics.
Again,
I would love that. Like Resident Evil 2 remake, which I love so far.
I want a Veronica remake. I want a Code Veronica remake.
I want Operation Raccoon City. I want that. That's what I want.
Hey, old man, it's a lot. I ain't gonna lie. It's a few Resident Evils that is fire though. But yeah, they love that part 4. I'll tell you that.
They love
It was
part 4,
fire. I can't count though.
Except for Ashley in that damn game.
Make her smarter, please.
Yeah, I hated any part where a character had to follow you. Like, oh, I used to hate them parts. It was like
I had to protect her. She used to be out and just
It was like the
like
equivalents to water levels on games on side scrollers. I was like, oh, this is so annoying. Yes, and then just
it's
waiting
just
and
annoying
doing
because her
stupid
character
stuff.
be just outdone, not even trying to hide, having a whole
Yup, just
coming
walking to
her,
a zombie.
and she just stand there. Oh my God, Leon, help!
Like,
Leon,
well, bitch, you better run because I'm gone. I'm through the window.
God
You
damn.
slow
If
ass
she get a
zombie.
hit and I die, if she die, I die, man.
Yeah, she looked at me, boy. I have my fresh ass Leah. I got that clean ass jacket. I've been clean through the window. All she sees that jacket. Like, you better run. I used to hate them damn parts.
That is hilarious. What about you, Dwayne, Jazz, Charlie? What are announcements that you are hoping to see?
I want to see Live a Live. I want to see Soldiers. I want to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles again because I can't wait to play it. And then I want to see a Dungeon Fighter.
Okay.
I don't have no expectations, honestly.
I'm hella waiting on
Everything
those.
keeps getting delayed. I'm done. Like
That's
my
true.
expectations
Yeah.
have been obliterated now. I don't have
The
nothing.
only thing I'm looking forward to is God of War Ragnarok, baby. That's just announce the date so I can just be prepared, please. That's all I'm wanting for Christmas.
I want a new Dragon Age so bad too. I read somewhere that was supposed to be another. I want a new Dragon Age, and I want a Fable update too.
Oh
man.
wait, yes, I was about to say Fable. Yeah, like what's the
Honestly,
update,
I'm
man?
on Fable
They
and
showed us,
Dragon Age.
and like
They
never
showed us
said
and then was like,
nothing.
yeah, that's all y'all getting. It was
They don't have to
I
give
think
us
at that time it was
details.
just a
They
conversation.
company
I don't
keep
even
getting
know
like
if
moved around and ish, ain't it? Like, well, the game itself, like, didn't it get bounced around to like somebody else already?
I don't know.
I know
I
it
don't
started
know,
off
man.
as supposed to be like an MMO they was working on like years ago. Then they knocked that out. Then they just started working on another Fable. I don't know.
Bro. I don't know. COVID, bro. That's what happened.
Weird about using that excuse.
All right. Yeah.
And
It's
this
like
is like how
2040.
it was before COVID, though, too, bro. Like they would announce, especially like Xbox, they had like a game. I mean, not just specifically Xbox, but I do remember like this game Below that they announced, and like 10 years later, it finally came out, and that was pre-COVID. Okay,
Right.
so it's like
Mhm.
I get
Yeah.
it. I know COVID's a thing, but I
They
mean,
better hurry
I feel
up. PlayStation's about to be dropping everything soon, man.
I'm excited for Hogwarts Legacy. I want some more announcements on
Right.
that. On
It was like
on
they was like, here's the
Thursday.
controller lights.
Man, I ain't
Yeah,
lie.
the
Like that
Lego-
game looks so fire. Now
It look fire,
that
but-
game legit make me want to watch Harry Potter. Like,
Thanks. I ain't like how they was like,
Man.
but here's the lights that you're gonna be able to do. I don't care about no damn lights on my controller, man. If you don't give me no gameplay,
I thought that was
I
exciting.
was a
I
skill
was
tree. I was hella. I
No.
was like a legit RPG.
and that, how about we get a
I hope-
multiplayer? How about that? How about y'all instead of
I hope they
lights,
have
man?
more than 2 black hairstyles. That would be great.
Dude, I just
Oh,
want
don't
that
hit
to
us
be
yet. Don't hit us with the
Just
Elden Ring.
having the goddamn struggle cornrows and the afro.
We ain't even
Yeah.
the cornrows and Elden Ring.
I'm
They
a
just
slow
hit us-
pick them
And that's my
cornrows
thing
too,
with those
boy.
cornrows in the game. I hope developers stop giving them some raggedy ass cornrows. When have y'all ever seen our cornrows like just bushy? Like
You
Yeah,
don't watch
and just
you don't watch
all
Jim
the
Jones? You never seen Jim Jones?
Jim Jones, the only one
I
that
said,
consistently
like somebody
keeps
said that nigga as soon as he get his hair braided, he be like, all right, now can you brush it? I was cracking up, dog. That nigga should always be nappy, like, dog.
Can you brush it?
Like, damn.
Like I never thought about that till you said it. Like, oh my
They
I
god,
read
always
it somewhere, but I
they
was cracking
always
up.
like look like they've been in there for like 8 months. Like, can we get like some freshly done?
Like, can we get a
cornrows
fade?
and
Can we get a fade in there? Can we get a tep fade? At least, can we get a fade?
You people are never happy.
I want to. Can we get a fade? Because everybody else get a fade.
Hey, real talk, they should put waves. Start putting waves in games. That'd be funny though. 'Cause, man,
Waves,
everybody
yeah.
wearing waves like that should be
Yeah.
funny.
they
as
put
hell.
waves in the ocean, put waves in the hair. That's all you got to
Can we
do,
get a
boo.
do rag? Shoot.
I don't want to
Yeah.
do that. You have. I'm good on that
Can
one.
we get a
hair for that? Just
I am
Right.
not running around with no damn do rag.
I'm running around with a do rag. Just let the
I'm
wind
instantly know
carry
you
me
steal.
as I'm riding through the medieval horses on my
With
do
some
rag.
black forces on,
Right.
do rag and some black
I'm riding around Elden Ring with my
James.
freaking do rag.
Like, nigga, that ain't even your horse, bro. You just stole it all.
This is
Giddy up.
GTA medieval edition. That's what
Yeah,
this
medieval
just
edition.
became.
I'm running around with a do rag. Just
That
flow.
boy got some twills on the back of the horse.
How are you doing, my fuckery?
Boy, this thing got speakers on the horse. guys.
his horseshoes got spinners on them. Like,
They got your little rams on the hole. And these roaches come like, all right, this is yup. Niggas found their way. Here they go.
Someone
Here they
should
come.
legit make this a game, like a
No,
hood
they
medieval
shouldn't.
game.
No,
No,
they
that would be amazing. It would be
Niggas
so
in
fun.
medieval.
That would be so funny. That would be
It would
great.
be
I would love.
fun. I would love a medieval hood game. You know,
He said, "Man, I put the sword down." He pulled a gun out and said, what am
Like,
I
how
doing?
art thou, my
What am I
thugger?
doing? Right.
I got an extended sword, and I got a 30-inch on this sword, but all right. Okay, I gotta put a switch on this sword. Look, this automatic nigga. Like, damn, okay. All right.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
That'd be
All
so
right.
ghetto.
So, but in a fun way. June game releases. We've got Dwayne, who's going
All
to
right.
tell us about the
Tell it
games
like
that
it
are
is.
coming out.
All right. Lego Brawls to be announced. Silt, June 1st on every platform. June 7th, Spellforce 3 Reforged on
Spellforce.
every platform, except PC. Sorry. June 10th, Mario Strikers Battle League. You know that's on Switch. Come on now, Mario games don't go nowhere. June 10th, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hanakami Chronicles are on the Switch. June 10th, The Quarry on every platform. June 16th, Star Wars Troopers,
Starship
Terrain
Troopers
on PC only. June 21st, Wreckfest on Switch. June 21st, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout is free to play now on every platform, including the Switch, except and on PC too. June 21st, Shadowrun Trilogy on every platform, including the Switch. June 23rd, Sonic Origins on every platform. June 23rd, Deliver Us from the Moon on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. Sorry for you people. Let me stop. Let me chill. June 23rd, June 24th, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I know you ready for that, Charlie.
I forgot about Capcom Fighting Collection. I forgot about it. Yeah.
Yep. June 24th as well on everything: PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC. June 28th, MX versus ATV Legends on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S, PC. June 28th, DNF Duel, PS4, PS5, PC. June 30th, Cuphead in the Delicious Last Course. That's a new DLC. PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. June 30th, Outriders World Slayer, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC.
I can't wait for that Capcom collection, man. And they got I think they got Puzzle Fighter on there too. Oh, this one's about to be. They got Darkstalkers on there. I cannot freaking wait, man. Yeah, I want to play Darkstalkers online for so long.
Listen, there are a lot of there's a lot. The May was a lighter lineup. I think May had like 5 releases.
Yeah, it was like here, bro.
June was all these. So before we talk to Sway and ask Sway questions and get to know him, I did want us to do like a very quick initial thoughts, non-spoiler edition talk about Obi-Wan and then Stranger Things, right?
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, Obi-Wan came out Thursday night, actually, if you're on PST, and then Friday morning at midnight if you're on EST, because they just kept switching that date around, bruh. They're like, 2 episodes, they're dropped, go watch them. And I think that was in spirit of Star Wars Celebration that we talked about earlier.
Right.
So they released 2 episodes. And it's the first 2 of a 6-part series or season. I don't know, because it's Disney Plus. Who knows?
Limited series or whatever.
Right. Or whatever. It's like ... We'll see. Because even some series, it changes by the time you get to the end. You're like, oh, gotcha. There's another one, you know?
Yep.
So like, what are your initial thoughts about Obi-Wan before we jump into Stranger Things? Like, did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
I without spoilers, right? I thought it was really good to like fill in the gaps. I love when Star Wars fills in the gaps because it just like, because I always wondered like, what was he doing while they was over there, execute orders? It's like, what are they doing? Like, what's going on? Like, what are the what's happening and what's going on in the universe. So I think Star Wars is, like you said, a very enriched universe. We still don't have a lot. Like we still don't know the beginning of like, the first Jedi and all the stuff that they're going to go into. So I enjoy the series. I enjoy it. It's going to be dope.
Jazz, what about you?
Oh, same thing. I thought it was just like a fun series to watch. I'm trying not to spoil it, so I can't really say.
There's this one part I know that you guys want to talk about. That was hilarious to us, but we're not gonna say it.
I was looking at parts and I was like, how
it involves backflips and
hello, hold on. No, all I would say is parkour. That's all I want to say for that situation.
But it didn't go nowhere. What the hell? Like,
I'm about to say so much time.
running would have been faster. Running would have been faster.
Yeah.
But we'll leave it at that. So we are going to do a more in-depth review of Obi-Wan on this week when the episode comes out. I got to see when it's coming out. Is it Wednesday? Is it Friday? Is it Thursday night? I don't know. So we're going to see when it's going to come out. And we'll do a further in-depth review of 1, 2, and 3 because we'll do it right after the third one comes out, or the same day that the third one comes out. So we'll have more of that. But I do agree. I love it. I thought that the show was really, really great for the first 2 episodes. I do enjoy all of the characters. I will say that there are some things, like the parkour thing. I was like, oh, that doesn't. Okay.
It's like
right.
it is what it is. I It was
that part and another part for me.
What's the other part? You hint at it.
Okay, it involves a kid.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Okay.
Kids are annoying. Look, Charlie. Yeah.
Well, no, that for me it wasn't annoyance. It was just there's one thing that obviously does not make sense. I won't say it yet, but we'll talk more about it this week.
You can't have no kids in no apocalypse, man. They just don't listen, bro. They just don't listen. You just don't listen.
Well, that's not a spoiler. That's life.
They run like the.
That's life. That's just like period. Like, don't
even don't. I got stuff to say about the running. There's a lot of running
That's what I'm trying to say. Man, it's hard to do this without spoilers.
Right, without spoilers. But we'll talk more about it.
Yeah,
we'll talk more about it this week. So everybody stay tuned to our social media and we'll let you know. But again, I did like it. And as far as the rating, I would give it like a 9.5 out of 10 because that parkouring and the running thing that takes away 0.5 points for sure. So
yeah.
9.5 out of 10.
Other than that, it was great. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. For sure.
Real quick, before we go to Stranger Things. I don't like how Star Wars just gets the peripheral treatment over Marvel. Like every time I see Star Wars universe and their CGI, it's always on point. But Marvel's be looking lacking. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I want to say. Star Wars, it's true. Always on goddamn point.
Like their CGI monsters, not monsters, but aliens and stuff.
Yeah,
are
at the
always
aliens.
realistic looking, and then we get She-Hulk, and it's like, what is this?
Right, right. That's What's up? Why Star Wars always goddamn immaculate?
Why does a damn
snail camel looking
why does the
looking good as hell, textures nice as shit?
Yep, a space camel look better than She-Hulk. How?
Right.
That's
how?
There are facts there. There are facts there, and even how they brought back in Rogue One, General Tarkus was his name, or I can't remember his name.
I remember his name. I know he's talking about
and his face
he looked real.
It looked really good. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what is happening? This is like, it was very mind blowing. And then you do have She-Hulk, which, mind you, I don't hate the She-Hulk CG, but I can acknowledge that it definitely does not match in regards to quality for sure. Which that is, I don't know. They are all by Disney, so I don't understand. I agree. I don't understand. It's all, it's all Disney. One thing I will say for those who don't know about the Obi-Wan show, it does take place 10 years, which reminds me of another thing that is why it lost 0.5 points. It takes place 10 years after episode 3, where Order 66 was given, and we saw how episode 3, the movie, had ended. And so that's where this show takes place in regards to the saga of Star Wars. But yeah, so Stranger Things also came out on Friday. This one takes place. Yeah, hold on. Like this is one thing. Like the looks. Like I will say this, which is not a spoiler because if you've seen the trailers, what do they have her wearing, bruh? Like what do they have her wearing?
I know it's the
80s because it's supposed to be like the 80s.
Not her hair, her clothes.
No, I'm talking about her hair. That's what I'm talking
about.
Well,
I mean, it's all a mess. But I mean, as far as like when people what's with the 80s. Her clothes, she looked like she wearing the same shirt he wearing. Just take the dress that's on top of it off.
Plaid,
and put
wasn't
some
plaid
on.
the thing back
plaid,
then?
because plaid was, I was about to say, because plaid was pretty popular then.
And it's fine, but if you see the way they have her wearing the plaid and the dress and the thing, and it's not like they have other people dressing. Like she dresses one way, everybody else dresses another way, and like you, mama couldn't buy her other clothes. Like I don't.
They don't have enough money for that. Let me stop.
Was she making the clothes? Because I mean. She couldn't wear her
80s
clothes.
shit.
Like,
her mama probably was in the 80s. Everybody was sewing shit.
Hey, that's the new drip, and then she made her get put on the book.
Like I made your ass a shirt.
She looked like she's like for home. What was that show?
Like,
Home of the Prairie. What's that show? Little Prairie, Little Farm on the Prairie. Little House on the Prairie. Yes, which I think was an 80s show. Wasn't
it? That show that used to come on when you wake up like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
He's like, oh god, let me.
After you fell asleep after BET Uncut.
After Bash,
fuck, I fell asleep.
You knew
All
like
this
the good
lotion
shows
in
were
the
done when
bed.
MASH started. When MASH started, like do 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 do.
Oh, I hated MASH.
I never watched MASH. I used to hear about
hated
it.
MASH. I hated that on Fox. I used to. Oh my
Oh
god,
man,
bro.
oh man! I just every time that music came, I was just like, "Oh, the good shows are done. All right, I'm gonna go to sleep now."
Yeah,
Man. I used to hate
That's
not wake up and them damn infomercials be on. Like, oh,
Hold on,
So
hard to go
that
back to
sleep.
infomercials make you want to buy some shit you don't need.
no, they don't. I be saying like, boy, this shit so cap.
I saw this one joke that was like, I think that was like the Flex tape came out when the Flex tape came out. I was like,
Oh,
I'm talking
Flex
about the
tape,
holy
yeah, the
water.
Flex
and-
seal.
They bought that shit. We ain't even need anything to flex with.
Like,
We just bought it
Yeah,
just
he
in
had.
case.
Didn't he have a
Pack the whole
boat and he had a
boat,
door at the
Well, no,
bottom?
that was
and he used
memes.
the
People were
flex
making like
seal?
memes out of this shit, but yeah, like it was like a whole boat. Just
Right, whole
flex
bunch
seal that
of-
motherfucker.
I was like, maybe I need this. I don't have a boat. but
The
maybe-
only thing I ever wanted was Sham Wow. Just be, I don't even know what the hell he
yeah.
did. I used to love the commercial because he used to. I'm like, this dude be getting me. I go cap.
And then
and
he
them-
saw his
and I ain't gonna lie,
mugshot, the memes with him
them-
and his mugshot. Like,
Them CDs, I used to want them CDs. I ain't gonna lie. You know, they, like little.
Oh, you remember
scroll
what was that
shit.
joke called? NutriBullet. You
Who?
remember that NutriBullet
Bullet?
where you put all the fruits and stuff in it and it put it. in
Oh
your
yeah, we
thing?
got one. Yeah, that
Yeah.
motherfucker,
No,
I like
what,
that.
what I
Snapchat?
wanted was that that
Slap
sham
top.
wow.
That's what I
Yeah.
just
Sham
said.
Wow.
Cash.
Sham
I mean, I called her my daughter today. I said, Jazz drunk. I just said that. I just gave a whole thing on Sham Wow.
Oh, you did? I thought it was the little flex tape.
No, Dwayne said that.
I said
Jazz
flex
just
tape, yeah,
lost.
Jazz
Like, I want to share. Wow. And you need some sleep and take your ass outside.
oh my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
The slap chop. I bought the slap chop, the thing where you could chop your food with it.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh, we know you did. We know you because he was like that.
It was-
Call it a slap chop.
You still
You
have it?
just
You still have it?
no,
No.
because it like if you're trying to cut an onion with it, it wasn't the sharpest. You slap it and the onion bulb will get stuck, and then you have to go in and take it out anyways and cut it. I was like, this is a waste. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
a
It's like
waste.
them damn nasty ass easy bake oven cakes. I used to eat them hoes. Like, boy, them hoes disgusting.
I never had an easy bake oven, but I always
My
wanted
sister
one.
used to have one.
I
My
had
sister used
one
to
and
do
I'm
every
mad
year.
because and I'm jealous now because the kids got the easy bake where it's a whole microwave. I had a fucking
A light bulb.
That's
Yeah, that's my
it.
sister had like this shit.
It
go
was
get me-
one
Did it
light bulb
actually
in
work?
Yeah,
Did
it
it actually
worked.
work?
It
but
worked, but it'd be the
like,
sluggiest cake you had.
Yeah, it'd be like this little, like that's how big the cake be. Like it just be like
Yeah,
that
and then little light
and,
bulb in there.
like for like
Yeah.
35 minutes for that thing to cook because only one light. So like,
Yeah.
it's literally a little light bulb like in there. That's the whole.
Come on, guys, let's get back on topic, man. Are we supposed to be
I mean,
talking
you
about
gotta be
Stranger
careful
Things?
too, because it be rotating.
Right.
Like,
We supposed to be
That's
talking
funny.
about Stranger Things, man. We
That's
party
funny.
off topic, man.
True. Sorry. So now all I want is an easy bake oven. But okay. Stranger Things. So this takes place the year after the last season. It's not like a jump in time or anything. It takes place right after the last season, season 3. And this is the first part of a 2-part that they're doing. This is supposedly the last season of the show, right? This is the last season, I believe.
Yeah. But they said there's gonna be like spinoffs. So that's what they said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said the last season of the Stranger Things, but don't worry because we're gonna have spinoffs. So I don't know, but
Let it die. Not saying
Yeah,
I don't like
damn.
the show, but I'm just saying let it be.
yeah, I
Like
think so, too.
everything's getting a spinoff. Game of Thrones is getting a spinoff. I think that's coming out this year or next year.
what
it
is
was
it gonna
like
be called?
a prequel.
House
I don't
of House of something. I forgot.
Yeah. But I'm just like, we'll see. The way the show ended, I don't know if I want to see a
Season
spinoff
5
of
is the
that.
last season. I thought season 4 was I thought it was part 1 and then part 2 in it.
I thought that was the last. There is still a season 5. I heard rumors that season 5 wasn't happening anymore.
Right. I thought
So
it was
that's
just
why I
part
thought.
2 and part. That's why they have a part 2. Why would they? I don't know. I don't know. That don't make sense to me. Why would they split into parts if they're gonna just end the
If they're-
season with a whole nother season?
Right. That
You
doesn't make any
remember when,
sense.
like Hunger Game and Harry Potter and all them had like their parts,
Yeah.
and then they'd be like part
Yeah.
1, and then that's the end of the series. They'll split it
Mhm.
into 2. I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But that made sense for the book because they were splitting a whole book in half. So I understood for the movies, like for Hunger Games, when I had part 1, part 2, is because they did one half of the book because the book was
Yeah.
so long, and then
Yeah.
another half of the book.
Yeah.
But for a TV series, no, just season 4 be this, and then season 5 be that. The parts just make it okay. Well,
Yeah. Well, it is
We'll
what it is.
it
All
is.
right.
It is what it is.
But it is good. I would say because you watched it, Christine. Have you watched?
Yeah, I'm up to episode 4 right now.
Someone
yeah,
said it's
that's
called House of the
episode.
Dragon.
It's called House of the Dragons.
And that's what someone said. I don't know.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. from Game of Thrones, right?
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tripping. Game of Thrones. Yeah,
I'm
I
about to
forgot.
say what dragons got to do with Strange Things.
I forgot two trash shows. I
That's Game of
got
Thrones.
both of them mixed up. 2 trash cans.
Oh no,
You know
you
what?
did.
Oh,
It
hush.
was a trash
Hush,
can,
your
though.
body. Hush, your
It's
body.
easy to get
Oh,
trash can
stop
mixed
it,
up
stop
sometimes.
it.
Charlie,
Stop
did you
it.
watch this season of Stranger Things?
Have you even watched?
Yeah,
it?
I watched season 1 through 3.
No,
yeah.
this season. This season.
This one, yeah.
This. Oh yeah, this one. And you say it's
Still don't like
still trash.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It was cool.
I called
Okay,
it out.
Dwayne, what were you saying about the show? How do you feel about this this latest season?
I thought it was good. I thought it was much better. It has like a different vibe to it. It's more definitely feels fast paced to me than the of previous seasons. Feel like they know where they want to go with the series. Like, you know, so that's why I'm not trying to spoil it, but like I get a great vibe from this one. I really love this season. This season is really dope to me.
Okay, Jazz, what about you?
Oh, same thing. I like this season because it's more like, not saying that the others weren't horror based, but I feel like this one is more so. Like they took elements from like
scary.
Evil Dead, and if you look in the show, they have like different posters of stories. I mean, not stories, but movies like Jaws and Evil Dead and a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm like, I like it. Now there are some questionable parts in the season that I look at and I'm like, why are they worried about this certain thing? But I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil it. So
right. Which we'll do because since it did drop as a whole season, we're going to give people a little bit more time, and at a later date, we will do like a deep dive in. You know, it's different than like an episode of a show. It's like the whole part 1 of the season or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to give people time. But I do agree. I do feel like it is a faster pace than previous seasons, but not too so far for me. And for an episode 4, it's not too fast. It is definitely way more horror than the other seasons. Like 100%. The other things were like eerie. This one is way more scarier for me.
Yeah.
Especially with like the villain and all that stuff that happens. Yeah, it's definitely very dark. They even have, well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but because of what happened recently, they had to have like a disclaimer on the first episode, before it started. So that's like shows you like the depth of what's happening. There are some things, you know, with shows that you're like, okay, this execution of this thing, and then the certain things, like you said, that they are focusing on. It's like, okay, can we get to I feel like so far to episode 4, there's only one part that is actually moving the story along. The other parts were kind of just being, you know?
Just like, you know, you could have cut. I feel like you could have cut some parts too, but I do like the length of the episodes. The length of the episodes are like an hour and plus.
Look, Disney, take notes, boo. Take notes, boo.
Hour plus.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hour 10, hour 20. Like Disney, if you're going to have a short series, don't give us 20 minutes, boo. Come on, boo.
I love that hour and some change, bro. I feel like I was watching many movies, honestly.
For sure. So that's Stranger Things. We will be doing like a more in-depth thing. That's just our initial thoughts. We wanted to touch base because they did come out. I don't want to ignore them completely. But before we close out, I do want to talk more to our guest, Sway.
Okay, I didn't know where you was going.
I didn't transition that well. I will say that.
Yeah,
that wasn't
Sway. I was like, you ain't got the answers. I was
I've been thinking that every time she said Sway, that shit crossed my damn mind.
Anytime people like, you know, go and whenever I say my name's Sway, they keep on going with the Kanye West thing. Like,
I know.
I'm like, oh gosh.
I tried like 10 times to not say it. I know.
That's
shit.
why I had to throw it in once. This is just once.
I don't have the answers. You know, that's how you should say. But Sway, for those who are just coming in or missed the beginning, Sway, go ahead and introduce yourself again, and I'm gonna put you on the big screen here.
Okay. My name is Joshua.
Oh, we lost you for a second.
He left. He said, "Hell no, you put me on the screen."
We lost you for a second.
He's gonna play this on real good.
Oh my goodness.
Damn, why it had to happen right when he got on the stage?
This remind me of you. I don't know if y'all watch Desi. This remind me of his granny one. I don't know if y'all watch Desi.
What is that?
Do you ever watch it? He
no,
like
I know who you're talking about, but I haven't seen anything recently.
He did one with his grandma
what's his name,
on the church. Boy, that nigga just froze up on the FaceTime. Boy, that shit had me cracking up. Oh, he really did. He said, all right.
No, I think his camera froze, so
we'll
give him a chance
to say everything. He was like,
I know, just when he was going to, and then it froze.
I exit.
But I'll do an intro for him while we're waiting. So he's okay. He's back.
Okay.
You can add that one. I'll
yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Probably the internet. I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay. So go ahead and intro yourself. It happened again. Go ahead and intro yourself.
Okay. My name is Joshua Swaby. I'm a freelance cover artist, illustrator. I've done stuff for Marvel Comics, DC Comics, Marvel Studios. I've done stuff for like Crystal Dynamics and Entertainment Weekly and a whole bunch of more
Crystal
stuff.
Dynamics.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, do I need to continue on more? I'm like,
I thought you were. I didn't want to cut you off by just taking your camera down.
Okay.
I was like waiting. I was waiting.
That's all I had to say.
You want to stop flexing real quick?
You said bring everybody back. I'm done.
I didn't want to like take it away while you were talking because that would go over well. So I was like, I'll wait till you're good. But yeah, so just showing some of the covers.
I thought that was him. I was like, damn, bro. Damn, you want to train me to what? Go to the side, like, bro, what you be eating, bro? Shit. I'm trying to pick up some weight. Oh, you.
This is Riri Williams.
Nice.
Beautiful.
We've got Captain Falcon, Captain America. We've got. Is this Monica Rambeau?
Yeah,
Yes.
Full time.
Yes.
Yep.
And then we have Storm.
Yes,
This
man.
beautiful image of Storm, which. So, kind of, talking to you, like, when did you first become an artist? Because the art is just amazing and beautiful. When did you become an artist?
Professionally or like as just,
Well, I would start off like just non-professional. I don't want to say amateurly, but like when you start off before professional.
I would say, well, it's cliche to say, but I've been drawing since I was a kid. I've always wanted to do like art as a career. It's been something that I've like always wanted to do. Like I wanted to be in the industry and stuff. So from there, I've really practiced my skills and stuff. I was the type of kid who was very introverted. So I always had like my sketchbook. I was always drawing. I was always learning. So yeah, that's really it. And then in terms of like professionally, I started around 2020, just after I graduated from college. So I was very lucky. How I got broke into the industry. I always feel like it's a blessing, a curse, but I basically like showed my work around like during the situation around George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement. And there were a lot of editors that were asking for more like Black editors and not editors, but creators and stuff. And at the time being, I was like, oh, I felt so underrated and everything and stuff. So I was like, you know what, might as well show my work. So from there on, I showed the stuff that I'd done, and I got in like a lot of acknowledgement and like a lot of like known stuff and everything. So from there on, Marvel found me, and then from there, Entertainment Weekly, and then DC Comics, and then from like 2021, I had done stuff for Marvel Studios for their show What If, and I also done stuff for their upcoming show X-Men 97. So yeah, that's really it. But it's been but it's been very like overwhelming. It's been like really a lot because I got it just straight out of finishing college. So, and also I'm like 23. I'm still like learning the industry and stuff. So yeah.
You're 23 now?
Yes, I'm 23. I'm gonna be 24 July.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, young. So
Damn,
young.
good. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That is fire.
I'm 11 years older than you. Young.
That is. I was wondering. I was like, you said you did something for X-Men 97,
right?
Yeah. Yes, I did some like character designs, but it's very early. Like when they asked me to do it, I was like, okay. So yeah.
That's dope.
What's like the first character that you like drawn?
Say that again. I think you broke.
Yeah. What's the first character like you drew like when you was a kid, like growing up? Like did you love like drawing and stuff?
That's a hard question. Because I always feel like I have like so many characters that I guess I would say like the first movie that like really like oh my god, I like really want to like do comic and stuff was like watching the Fantastic Four movie. So and I remember like as a kid I used to like draw like a mock-up version of them. So from there I just used to draw Fantastic Four, like stuff that I've watched from the earlier movies from the 2000s and stuff. So yeah.
Was there do you still have your sketchbooks and stuff like that?
Yeah, I still do.
For when you were younger? That's really cool.
I don't draw them as often because I'm busy with a lot of industry work, so I don't get always as time to like do sketchbook stuff. But when I do a little bit of time of it. So yeah.
And so on the side of being an artist and doing cover work for all of these big companies, you also do conventions, because that's how I met you.
Yes. I started doing conventions around this year because luckily I have a rep called Comic Sketch Art that was able to like let me in and be able to do like conventions and stuff. So from the first convention that I did at Detroit from last year, and then from this year I went to Wicked City, Boston, and then this year it was the first time that I went to Canada, so I went to Calgary Comic Expo. So yeah, but I've been.
Where you from?
Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Tim's fitted. Okay.
Yes.
Glad you go in here.
And then this year I'm supposed to be doing a lot more. I know this week I'm supposed to go to Washington D.C. for Awesome Con, and then
that's by them.
Yeah,
that's by me anyway.
Oh, cool. And then this year I'm supposed to booth at New York Comic Con because I've always, as a kid in high school, go to New York Comic Con to show my portfolio. So it's gonna be really cool to be able to have like my booth at the first time.
Yes. Round circle. That's really cool. That is really, really cool. And then like since you mentioned that you are introverted, and then we were talking a little bit before we started the stream about working at home, how has it been, kind of transitioning from doing the artwork and kind of basically working with people online to being in person at events and having people come up to you with the comics that they bought with your covers?
Say the question again.
I was saying, how is it transitioning from working at home and basically working through virtually with everybody, but then going to cons and actually seeing people in person, like with your comics? Because I remember when I was standing there were people coming up, and this guy had like a bag full of comics that he was bringing for you to sign.
Yeah. It's surreal. Because for me, I've always been into comics and been into like pop culture and stuff, and always admire like the artists that I admired and like meet up to. He'd be like, "Hey, can you sign this?" or get a print. So it's very like surreal to see like people be like, "Oh my gosh, you're Sway." He'd be like, "You did this cover," like, and they give me a whole bunch of stuff to sign. I'd just be like, "Oh my gosh!" So it's very like overwhelming in terms of like people being excited for me, and then also taking selfies, and then also people telling me that I'm an inspiration to them. So it's kind of like it's cool, and also it also gives me a thought more of like why I'm doing this, and why I want to continue on doing this. So yeah.
That's really, really cool.
Hey,
really cool. What happened?
Jazz is just smiling, boy.
What? I'm listening.
I swear she is in her own world. No, I just been sitting here watching.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just listening.
We have Eddie Games here who said, "Shout out to Brooklyn. You're okay." There you go. I do see Random Guy, which this was actually a question I was going to ask as well. Were you inspired by other artists or another artist?
Yes. I have a whole bunch. So like the main ones I would say is like Adam Hughes, Terry Dodson, which he's like a mentor friend, and he's been in the industry for so long. And luckily, around high school, like I've like shown my stuff, and he was like really impressed to the point where he was someone that I go up to take advice. My camera real quick.
I can hear you still.
Who else? There's Phil Noto. There's Norman Rockwell. Oliver Coppell. So there's a lot of people that I've admire and like bring that influence into my work. So
that's really, really cool. That's very cool.
That is hella fire.
Yeah.
I think also like when I met you, one of the things I was saying, like, you know, it's really cool to see us in this space, you know, and that's one of the things that when I went to MegaCon, I wanted to like look at art because I love artists and I love cosplay and I love all that stuff. Like that's one of my favorite things about going to cons is like seeing the artwork and seeing the people who cosplay. They're like bigger celebrities to me than the actual celebrities. Like I'll be like, oh my goodness, there's this character, there's this character. So I love it. So like walking around, it was cool to see you and a couple other Black artists and Black comic companies or, you know,
I should triple today. All right, there you go.
Yeah, we see you. We see you. Oh dear. Sorry.
You messing up again?
No. Bots in the chat.
Oh yeah, I read a few of them.
It popped up.
As soon as it only started happening until we hit 5K, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We moving up. Now we get up now.
Right.
Are you?
Oh, right. Just like,
no. I was trying to get that. Yeah.
You trying to click the link?
So
I'll play.
Another question.
Type 1.
More Grim West asked, who is your favorite hero to draw like now? Like I know we showed some of the characters that you've drawn and then you talked about a bunch of other work that you've done, but who is your favorite to do now?
I would say Nubia for DC Comics because I've drawn her twice and I really enjoy drawing her and really enjoying the fact that, you know, she's like now in like open in the comic, you know, industry because she's always been like behind with Wonder Woman and stuff. So for her to have like a full solo series and also, you know, being like this Black hero is really cool. So yeah.
That's really cool. I want to say, like, thank you so much for coming. Like, you were really nice. I know, like, I've been to New York Comic Con, and some are nice and some are not nice.
Some what are nice and some what are not nice.
Artists. Because when we went to, because me and Charlie went to New York Comic Con. Was it 2019? Because it was before the world burned. And it was fun to like go to New York, but I do remember like walking around kind of vlogging with my camera and then even passing some of the booths and some people were like, can you please not put your camera here? Can you please put your camera down? And I was just like walking by. I wasn't even like looking at them. I was like looking somewhere else. And they're like, can you put your camera down? I don't want this to be seen. And I'm like, okay, you know.
Wait, they don't want their art to be seen, but they're showcasing their art.
I think it's more in terms of, I guess, privacy.
Like, I can see why at the same time, like, why come to Comic Con?
I think some like artists who are, when it comes to like, you know, stuff being recorded and stuff, it's more like, I guess, you know, anxiety in terms of like, you know, since they're doing work, they're actually doing a commission and stuff, or also in terms of just like, you know, privacy. But I can definitely in terms of understand,
but for me, it was like, since they were at the event itself.
Yeah, you had a public place. That's my only thing. You're at a public place.
And New York Comic Con's a big
It
one.
made me not want to spend the money with you. Like, all right, well, fuck you.
Yeah, you already put yourself in, you know, in this public showcasing,
and you don't want to be public,
and you don't want to. So
there's not even people who. Never mind. Go ahead.
But I did. So at MegaCon, I did ask. That's one of the things I did ask. Like I would say, hey, you know, is it okay if I take a picture with you or if I do B-roll for like my social media or like Instagram and stuff like that? Because I didn't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. But you know, I do appreciate you being nice and stuff. I wanted to get a Riri cover, but that one was sold out. That's probably why I don't like that.
There was a group of people who like took a whole bunch of those comps, and it was like, oh my gosh, so
this cover right there,
great. I'm ready to see live action.
Yeah, I am too.
Dope.
So one of the things I do want to ask you, not of someone you've drawn, but I know you said you used to love, Fantastic Four when you were younger, and now you love drawing Nubia. But out of like everything that's been happening, like coming out in MCU and Marvel TV shows, DC, DCEU, and then CW verse or whatever they call whatever they've got there. Oh, and the HBO Max verse. I don't know, but for everything that they have, like that's existing, show or movie wise, who's your favorite hero in that, like,
I can still
in
hear
that
you.
medium?
There's a few. Well, I have to say one, Black Widow, and two, Scarlet Witch,
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Let me tell you, when I saw Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, I was like, I don't want to spoil it, but I was just like, I was there for her. I was sticking beside her no matter what. So
that's my boo. That's my boo. That's my boo.
Listen, she's doing it for her children. Let her be. I don't care about her wrongdoings. Go ahead, Wanda. Keep killing them.
Still makes it's Scarlet Witch. For sure. Okay, he's gone. He's out. But for anybody watching, definitely check out Sway. His link is in the description box below. I think it's to your Instagram. And where people can see like your artwork and follow you there. You also are on Twitter, and then you have a is it Imprint is what it's called? Imprint.com.
Yes, I have an Imprint, yeah.
And you can check out all of his artwork and buy prints for his artwork. Not the covers, but for like
you don't need.
Yeah, the covers are mostly for like convention stuff, since my rep is able to like for the whole licensing and stuff for Marvel and DC to let me sell prints in convention wise, but not online. So
yeah. For sure. But thank you so much for joining today. If we're reviewing any shows that you want to... Wait, what happened, Charlie?
Oh, I was talking to somebody in the chat.
Okay. If you ever want to, like when we're reviewing any shows and you want to come on, let me know for sure. And we can, have, we normally do like, sometimes we'll have like runs of a show. We just finished doing Moon Knight. And then we're going to do more in-depth of Obi-Wan and then a separate episode for Stranger Things. So if there's anything upcoming that you're like, hey, are you guys covering this show and you want to be on, let us know for sure. And we'd love to have you. But thank you so much for coming on. For anybody listening, this episode, it will be available on anywhere where you can listen to podcasts.
I hope it's good too.
Wait, I hope was good.
So I think that's his name, right? Or her name, right? Jamari. It's about the open world Sonic that's coming out. I cannot freaking wait.
Did they announce a date for that?
I don't know if it's a release date yet, but I've been seeing stuff online about it. It's not much on it yet, but I just can't wait.
Yeah, we hope to see more.
It's like, I think it's like, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, you good? Go ahead.
Okay, so
I was looking at the trailer again.
For everybody watching the podcast, it's available here, also on Spotify, and also anywhere where you can listen to the podcast. The podcast.
The podcast. The potty. She got a piss.
The potty podcast.
The podcast. Like,
I gotta go potty.
Shit like a motherfucker out of this.
Well, some of these bots, you would think it's a podcast. The way that these bots are coming in here, my goodness, they're bold now. It's not even
I know, right?
Like they're hella bold now. But yeah. Before we close,
right to the point. One of them,
right? They were like, really? They do for real, bro.
Your dick hard. I was like, what the hell? What the fuck? Let me see what this lady talking about.
Go to website and F girl. Like, okay, like, all right. Thank you for straight to the point. Before we close out, everybody, you could let people know like what you have going on and where to find you. So Jazz, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, it was what?
You know when like celebrities become like real old, you go back and watch the documentaries, you can see like when they was on drugs the whole time. They come and like this is where it started. I can quit whenever I want. She all abusive to Dwayne. Like, dang, I told you she was beating him at home. I
told you she be beating me, man. She not looking.
I don't. Okay.
So today, guys, gonna play the game. Like, damn, she's in a whole line.
Okay.
That's funny.
I'll
YouTube is Jazzy Guns and _ Jazzy Guns on Instagram and Twitter, and I ain't got nothing going on.
Do you have another tier list happening?
Oh, tomorrow. Yeah,
thank you.
Sorry.
What's this one?
What's this one?
I don't know. Yeah, I gotta put a poll out and see because I haven't done individual horror characters like as the character, not like the movie.
How did the rapping one go? I know that Charlie was texting like a mug in the
I
group
sure
chat.
was.
How did it go? I was streaming.
It wasn't
so I
as
didn't-
bad as like the other ones. Like I think
I was the moderator. That's why.
I low key agree with most of it, but you on that 50 part, you threw me.
Dwayne and Charlie
damn.
getting me because of 50 Cent because I put him in mid, and mid does not mean bad. It just means.
But for
average.
his statute,
Okay.
That's what
I'm saying, okay, I put him in mid because do you play his songs now?
Yeah,
I still do. I still play like sometimes.
When the hell do you play his songs?
It's not a lot, but I still go back and listen like
When do you play his
I
songs?
literally played it. Then I literally play it like
that Get Rich or Die
beginning of the
Trying.
year when I was
That
looking
whole
at early
album was-
2000 music. Don't sit here and try to pull me on blast like
the
that.
mixtapes,
I
the
was
G
listening to
unit. I ain't
Nelly.
gonna lie.
Then you want to take a
He
ride.
legit ended Ja Rule and freaking Fat Joe held on. He came back. He came and
He did come back.
He
He did
legit
come back.
ended careers. But the way he broke into the game was just top tier. Like this nigga broke into the game with a song called Robbing the Industry and legit was rapping about robbing everybody. I was like, oh, this nigga's so fire.
Right.
Man.
Right, Jazz. Yeah.
He got
I'm
he
gonna
going
put
down
out
as
a
a legend.
poll either tonight or tomorrow morning and see.
And then I was like,
Okay.
you threw my guy
But that's
Tori
it.
in
I
the
don't have nothing like
trash.
super special going on. That's why I was
In the trash? Wait, hold on. Who'd you throw in the trash?
Threw Tory Lanez in the trash. I
Oh,
said,
yeah, I
what?
put Tory Lanez in the trash.
And my nigga Blueface. I said, no.
First of all,
No.
Blueface don't rap on beats.
Shit, Blueface so fire.
He rap on beat now. He got
baby.
better, bro.
That boy is fire.
and then Tory Lanez, I can't ever identify him on a song. If it's him rapping on a song, I would never know unless I
that
look
boy
it
so
up.
fire. I ain't gonna cap.
She said, "Say it with your chest." That's what she said.
I'm just saying, like if you look at rappers today, like if you hear like Kendrick or J. Cole, you know their voice, right?
Yeah,
Like
you
Well,
know.
yeah, I mean, you can.
you even know Young Thug's voice, you don't even understand what he's saying, but at least
That's
you know
my
it's
guy.
him.
That's
But with
true.
Tory Lanez, he sounds
You
like
can't-
everybody.
No, he don't. No, he don't. Because he got like an ashy singing. Like it sounds like a little ashy when he sing. But man,
I ain't never heard Ashy singing. I have
But like
never.
it's cool, but when he sing, like when I first found out, I was like, his singing, it just sounded like a little ashy, a little bit. I can't explain it.
I don't know
But
what that
he's fire.
And
means.
he tried to bring up his previous album where he had like all those samples and stuff, and I was like, well, of course.
That's my shit.
That regardless, because it's already a sample of something that's already good.
No, not even that.
Right.
What he did was epic as shit. The way he did it though. But even before that, his mixtape been hitting. Like this dude is fire, dog.
Not to me. So
He was in the trash.
it's in the trash. It's gonna stay there. Like it ain't.
No, he ain't.
changing. Yes, he is.
Listen, I bet this person said lotion alert, lotion alert.
Not lotion.
Man, that boy's so funny, though.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think.
man.
I hope you. Ooh, that shit about to be ugly.
I didn't even put that many people in the trash. I only had like maybe like
Yeah,
5.
you really did. I forgot who was. It
Who were
was
the other people you put in the trash?
Lil Yachty was in the trash.
Lil Yachty ain't trash.
Yes.
All I
he
think
is.
of is Skittles or 7-Up when I hear his name, and then him on the
Five
piano.
Lil
Like,
Yachty songs right now.
Hey,
What'd you
my
say?
shit was that broccoli.
No.
Hey,
Name five Lil Yachty songs right now.
He ain't no goat or great, but he fuck with Flint and Detroit a lot. He be up here fucking with our rappers a lot. He got some fire ass songs. Like,
No, I'm
yeah.
saying he could be great as a person. I don't care for his music.
His personality is fire, but yeah,
Yeah.
he got some fire. He got some fire songs. He ain't like trash, but I wouldn't say great or goat either.
Who else did you have in the trash? You said Lil Yachty, Tory Lanez.
I had Tekashi 6ix9ine in trash because
Tekashi's not
he
trash.
just yell on the beat. I like his beats, but he just yell on the beat.
Okay.
That boy,
Not real
he
life,
get
yeah.
annoying. I ain't gonna lie. After like,
Do you put
after, like,
Lil Pump on there
listen.
too?
Hey,
No, I think you put him in mid. I think you
I think I
Lil
put
Pump
him in
mid.
1 or 2 songs or mid because
One
I
or
like
two
his
songs,
beats
yeah.
as well.
See, yeah,
and,
I rock with him and
yeah.
Tentacion because they kind of broke the shit off that SoundCloud wave. Like they opened that
yeah.
heavy. I like
Mhm.
I give him
I
respect
did
for that
put
shit.
Rick Ross in trash. I put him.
Oh,
in
you
trash.
crazy as hell.
Yeah,
Rick,
that's
you
what I said.
crazy as hell.
You think
Oh,
like
wow.
a big meat? Maybe
I never really
Maybach
took
music.
Rick Ross
I'm like,
songs. I just
Maybach
never cared.
What?
music.
Oh man, that's my guy. I ain't gonna count. He go hard. I just
Like,
started
when I
listening to
think
that
Ross
Port of
songs,
Miami.
I feel
That
like I'm
nigga.
supposed to be like some 40-year-old that drives an Escalade that watches
Rick Ross?
football and has like a cigar and like some rum and ice in his
Now
bag.
for 50,
Virgin.
I would agree with that. Yeah, but Ross ain't that old.
No,
50
he said
Cent, I
I'm
can
not
see
saying
it.
that it's old. I'm saying like that's how I
Oh.
feel it's targeted to. Like
Oh yeah, because he kind of make that music that make you
Yeah.
want to like hustle and get money. Like it's kind of his music is kind of like it's motivational. It's like, well, he kind of rap wealth a little bit. I
Mhm.
mean, you ain't had Nipsey Hussle on the list though. Regardless, that's what I wanted to see.
Yeah, she made the list. She got it from the tier list makers.
.com. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne, what about you? Where can the people
yeah.
find you, and what do you have going on?
You can find
Streams
me
and everything.
in the club. It's going down. Let me stop.
That was like 2 songs. He just makes Young Jock and 50 Cent.
Right.
Yes, he
You
did.
feel me?
He did.
'Cause I had a 50 Cent in there.
I was ready to go like, you know.
I was like, boy, that's 2 different songs, boy.
No. It's all serious. You can find me. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at Dwayne King with the white eye, and YouTube. And nothing. We have nothing going on right now. There's no games.
Good sniff. There's no games.
There's no
That's
there's
why
no
I said I
game.
ain't got
I'm
no-
like,
No
I-
Fortnite stream
no,
tonight?
wait.
No Fortnite stream tonight?
Maybe. It's Memorial Day, maybe. But no. On all seriousness, we are doing there's a Fortnite event on the 4th that we're going to be doing.
That'll be the
This
one
must
come
be
out
doing something.
Saturday now.
And then State of Play. Hopefully something comes out State of Play. I remember Sway talking about Resident Evil. I swear to God, if they do that, boy. I'm
So is it supposed to be a new Resident Evil or just the
no.
4 remake?
They might be. There's just like leaks about like Resident Evil 4 remake, like he said, and leaks about the Resident Evil Village DLC. Because remember, they ain't dropped no DLC. You know how like we ain't
They normally do have some.
We ain't get shit. They just said hold this regular gameplay and that's it. And what they had,
Did they have a VR version? Did they have a VR version of Village?
It looks like rumors they're gonna put in there, which would be really good because
Yeah.
Evil 7, like people were like scared shitless from the VR, so hopefully
yeah. But I think that's it. I think they gave us like 2 little modes, but they're like they weren't a DLC like how we got with like Resident Evil 2, where we had like Hunk and Resident Evil 2 did their thing. Okay, that's what I want to say. I mean, if you're gonna have top tier quality like that, then we got to have some good. We had to have some good DLCs like that.
Charlie, what about you? Where can the people find you, and what do you got going on?
I'm
at least say what you
Camp
do.
Crystal Charlie on YouTube. I'm chilling. Probably run to the store after this. Same shit. Give me a hot and ready with the garlic and parm on that motherfucker.
Hey, y'all talk about me.
Hot and ready, Little Caesars.
Going on. He said I ain't got shit going on.
I'm chilling. I want to try that Mexican pizza. I only eat Taco Bell.
Ew.
Did it come back?
I want to try that shit. Yeah.
Every time I see it.
Disgusting.
Last time I used to eat it as a kid, I was like, this shit used to be fire as a kid. I wonder if it's still good.
Ew, you might be on the toilet all day.
Catch me at Taco Bell. There you go.
That's
24
right.
hours. You're gonna be on the toilet 24 hours.
Hey, I'm gonna be shit.
Did you guys play the multiversus game at all?
I did not.
It was like the alpha. I think it was the alpha version that came out.
Alpha,
yeah.
Come out. Y'all ain't gonna play it when it come out anyway.
Yeah, I am. That's a new game. I am.
Y'all gonna play that shit one day. I'm gonna shout everybody, and everybody gonna leave.
Well, you gonna absorb the game, bro.
First of all, you gonna practice that game,
right? I was practicing 30 days and 30 nights.
I don't even practice. I kid you not. I be just turning that mug on when we play the first time. I kid you not, dog.
He be like,
I even told you last time. I was like, boy, I'm just turning on.
He said it plays like this other game, Dungeon and Demons and stuff.
Yeah, he be like, say some other game.
But yeah, but no, when this multiverse come out, like first day, I'm about to be on it. I ain't gonna cap.
Okay, so are we all gonna be on it so that we could play it?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
And
I gotta change characters because everybody
was rare.
I will reserve my answer off stream. I will reserve my answer off
I'm
stream.
gonna have to change characters because everybody. I knew everybody was gonna run a Shaggy. I called it when we first watched. I was like, I'm running Shaggy.
I'll reserve my answer for off stream. It'll be a surprise for people that are on the stream, but off stream we'll talk. But yes, my name is Christine. You can find me Christine everywhere. Also, like I said, PartyChat podcast is everywhere, and you can find the episode by tomorrow anywhere where you can listen to podcasts. And if you're listening, thank you so much for the support. I think we had like 11,000 streams already audio wise. So that's really awesome.
That's really good.
And thank you guys for being a part of what we're doing. We will see you next week with news or whatever. And then later this week, we will see you later this week with Obi-Wan, and then more stuff next week. But yes, we out.
Adios.